You've been here for the last 3 days. What should Kenyans expect? You are the man of the moment.
So thank you very much. We are here. This is the day 3. We are going clause by clause of the entire bill and reviewing the views that have been made by members of public. We've received thousands of memoranda. We've received hundreds of submissions from stakeholders, and we're going clause by clause, trying to think what was the thinking of Treasury and KRA. What does stakeholders want? How do we achieve a middle ground? Because one thing we agree that we need to raise revenue for this particular country, but we also need to make sure that the taxes that we propose are as easy to administer as possible, and they do not lead to an increased cost, and they do not lead to make it difficult for doing business. So we're now trying to do that balancing act, trying to get to the mind of everybody. How do we get to have everyone on board so that we agree that let's expand our tax base, let us expand our revenues, but let us protect especially our local industries.
So have you factored everything that has come from the public, bearing in mind that regional balance also have their own clamors in the different parts of the country?
Yeah, of course we've listened to everyone. That's why we're sitting here just clause by clause and finding out what did everyone say about this. But again, now we get a middle ground. Says this is what you say, this is what you say, and then we're going to praying God to give us wisdom to decide what is in the best interest of the country of Kenya.
Just before I let you go, are you optimistic that this bill is going to go through? And we have a clarion call from the Azimio side that they should not actually vote in for this amendment, for the bill.
You know, our Azimio brothers and sisters are grossly misleading the public. They're making it feel like it's an omnibus voting of yea or nay on the entire bill. They know that's not how laws are made. Actually, the voting on the bill is clause by clause. And if they think they have a better idea on any particular clause, nobody prohibits any member of parliament from bringing an amendment at the floor of the House. So let them not incite the public. If you have a better idea, bring an amendment to the floor of the House. You're going to be listened to. And if it's a better idea, then we're going to support it.
You're parting short. Some hope to the Mwananchi.
It's not an easy job to do, but someone is going to do it, and we're up to the task. We want to assure Kenyans that there's no reason to get worried. We're listening to all of you, and we will, for the best interest of this country, make the best decision for the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you very much. My colleague Dennis Otieno, that is indeed the chair of the Finance Committee. They are shedding light on exactly what Kenyans are supposed to be expecting come next week. But by the close of the day, they would have unanimously agreed on clauses that should have the pen changing from what it is to something else. But we will be bringing you these and other stories in our subsequent bulletin in regard to what the chair has to decide. Remember, he is the man of the moment. Until the bill passes, every eye on the Kenyan public is looking on him to see what he has in store for us before we have the voting next week on Thursday. From here in Naivasha, I take it back to you, my colleague in studios, for other bulletin.
All right, that is our very own Willie Dennis Njiru, who's following up on that story. He will be updating us further on it as it develops in our subsequent bulletins. Thank you, Willie Dennis Njiru, for that comprehensive update. Now, moving on, the Parliamentary Budget and Appropriations Committee Chairman Ndindi Nyoro has moved to assure the members of the public that there's room for amendments in the Finance Bill 2023. He noted that the Finance Committee has been going around across the country for public participation, and the views of the people will be incorporated in the bill. Speaking at Mumbi grounds while issuing bursary checks to the residents, he said there will be negotiations before the bill is passed. At the same time, he has noted that the head of state is also consulting widely with the leaders about the bill. He has called upon the public that the government should be given time to explain how the money obtained from the proposed additional taxes will be spent.
We have had public participation ongoing in Kenya for the last 2 weeks. We are listening to the people of Kenya. We have our aspirations as leaders and the things we want to achieve. But we are also listening to the people of Kenya wakati wanatuambia tunataka hivi, hatutaki hii. Na ile imekuwa ikifanyika public participation has been a very, very sacrosanct process. We respect the people of Kenya. Tumekuwa tukichukua maoni, na hiyo maoni najua it is to make us richer as leaders in terms of our opinions. It is to make our finance bill better. I want to assure the people of Kenya that our president is a very consultative leader. He is a leader who's listened to everyone. I am sure the leader of the finance committee, who is Kimani Kuria, is doing everything possible to make sure that we continue to incorporate the opinions of Kenyans.
Now, President scored the need to boost the country's creative economy by forming strategic public-private partnerships. While launching the Talanta Hela initiative Friday at the State House, Nairobi, the head of state noted that Talanta Hela will pursue enhancement of intellectual property rights, streamline royalty administration, and even establish fully equipped creative hubs. Ruto further noted that the country should spend at least 10% of the 350 billion shillings used in advertising, a move that will have more job opportunities provided for the talented youth. The Talanta Hela launch, however, comes on the backdrop of the High Court issuing a court order on May 23rd, suspending its implementation pending the hearing and determination of a petition filed in court.
And miss.
To work out how we are going to have live broadcasts. And I have given them, I hope, Mr. Babu, mmefanya hiyo kazi, mmemaliza? Mmemaliza, very good. So I think many people blame me. They said the other day I was a one-man show. It's not a question of being a one-man show. It's because I was given a job by the people of Kenya and I must get it done. And these good people, they work with me because we have to deliver. And excuses is not an option. So I am very happy that shortly, as Ababu committed, we're going to have the whole space that had disappeared around sponsorship and live broadcasts back. And we are going to commit public resources to support that, and we are going to work with the men and women here. I see Paul Russo here. I see the Safaricom people here. I see all the other good people with deep pockets around. So you guys, tutasaidiana hapo mbele.
Elsewhere, a section of contractors who built classrooms for the implementation of the competency-based curriculum transition to junior secondary are asking the Ministry of Education to hasten and clear the debt it owes them. Speaking at Chwele Market in Kabuchai constituency, after engaging local contractors, Bungoma County leadership under Chairman Michael Nyongesa have given the government an ultimatum of 20 days to clear their debt or go on the streets. They have expressed their disappointments with the government, stating that they are facing hardships due to the risen economy in the country, depression, and even being auctioned by the leaders.
CBC, kweli kuna kilio na ni Kenya mzima. Tunaomba serikali isikie na iokoe watu wetu, kwa sababu watu wako na madeni mengi, wengine wanakuwa auctioned, wengine hata wanakuwa na stress, wanakuwa depressed. Kwa hivyo we are not very happy with the way the government is paying and handling payments for contractors.
Wale ambao wako threatened ya kwamba watakuwa auctioned, tunajaribu vile tunaweza hata kukutana na watu wa banks, ingawa tunajua sheria za bank. Sasa waone watu wetu wamelipwa, ili kilio itapungua na tutakuwa na pesa, circulation ya pesa itakuwa katika akaunti yetu.
Tukifika end month ya hii mwezi, hatuchaona dalili yoyote wanakandarasi wa Bungoma ambao walifanya kasa CBC hawachalipwa. Sisi tutapepa matawi, tutaenda mpaka ofisi ya education, sababu watu wetu walikuwa wanaambiwa through chief watu wetu wapate kazi, through the sub county directors tupate kazi. So we work in that office at least to party clarity.
Chwele is now going to be, has already been gazetted kwa kuwa municipality. Kwa hivyo inaenda kupata pesa kutoka za kuwafadhili kuhusu infrastructure, and that's why we are here, ya kwamba contractors wetu ambao wako kwa ground wajitokeze kwa wingi wapate hizi kazi ili kufanya Chwele ikuwe town ama city ambayo inatakana ikuwe katika Bungoma County.
Ni vyema kama leadership ya county tukuje hapa ili tusemezane na wenzetu wa Kabuchai ili hizo opportunities zenye governor alitupaambia atatupatia zinakuja kwa ward, watu wetu waweze kufaidika na tujianzie.
Now, the head of public service and chief of staff in the office of President Felix Koskei has called on all principal secretaries to spearhead efforts on curbing corruption in government. Speaking during a meeting with all principal secretaries in Isiolo County, Koskei reiterated that the president has already formed a multi-agency team that is monitoring activities in the public service, and no one will be spared if found culpable of corrupt dealings. Koskei has also warned state officers against revealing confidential government information to the public. He said there are leaks of confidential government information in the public domain, and the trend must be checked.
Principle. I want to say this because there is a concern that we share too much information, too much government information. And we've been trying to reflect and try to find out where the problem could be. I think you are doing very well when it comes to outsiders. You don't share the information. But you drop your guard when you are with your family friends or family members. You start sharing secret government information. That is where the problem we are getting now. Where the magnitude or the level of confidentiality may not be known by your family members. So they will move to the next. They will share with their friends. And there it goes.
Elsewhere, a family in Ihumbula area, Idaho North Ward, Ikolomani constituency, are now seeking the help of well-wishers in raising a set of newborn twins who lost their mother during childbirth. Modesta Indasi, a mother of 5 who volunteered to take care of the kids, says no one was claiming the babies and the orphanages are of no help, hence her decision to take them in. Mutembesa area administrator Polycarp Kahali and other leaders have given their word to help Modesta in raising the twins, while also asking residents to also help wherever they can. Modesta Indasi, the Good Samaritan, has no stable income.
Aliwaka kama anajifungua watoto. Nilichukua watoto kama wako na wiki 2. Na nilichukua sababu si kuona mtu wa kuwachukua. Nilitembea orphanage, si kupata nafasi. Ndio sababu nikaamua kuwachukua watoto.
Na hawa wazazi wenyewe hata hawana mbele nyuma. So tumeomba hii serikali ingilie maneno ndio itusaidie.
Kutoka kwenda kutafuta kibarua mbali huwa pia ni shida kidogo, sababu unaweza enda unachukua muda huko siki naisha, na hivi amekaa nyuma huko ni ngumu.
Na sisi peke yetu hatutaweza. Tunawaomba wale wote ambao wanahusika kwa mambo kama haya wakuja watusaidie.
Well, may the plight of Modesta Indasi as well as the orphans fall to listening ears, and may they get a helping hand within the soonest time possible. But moving on, President William Ruto has revoked the appointment of Aden Noor Ali as the chairperson of the Board of Directors of the National Transport and Safety Authority, NTSA. Noor was shown the door just 4 months after the head of state appointed him to the helm of the agency. In a Gazette notice, the president announced he had settled on Dr. Manoj Shah to take up his position, and that was not the only change at the apex of the transport agency. In the notice, Cabinet Secretary for Roads and Transport Kipchumba Murkomen announced further changes, revoking the appointments of Nimo Omar Haji, Charles Nyabuti and Simon Kalekem to the board. In their place, the Transport CS has appointed Johnson Losilian, Paul Posho and Lilian Nyaboni Mogendi to be members of the Board of Directors of the National Transport and Safety Authority for a period of 3 years, with effect from the 9th of June 2023. The changes come amid concerns over the board's capacity to manage the transport sector. In fact, There have been calls for the board to be disbanded over issues such as the recent rise in the number of road accidents, among others. Meanwhile, the spouse to the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, has called on the families of those who are addicted to drugs to embrace and treat them with love, kindness, and compassion to get through the healing process. Pastor Dorcas emphasized that speaking in Githunguri Sub-County, Kiambu County, when she toured, and she says no to drugs home-based care center. She said that the involvement of the community and home-based rehabilitation will go a long way in eliminating drugs and substance abuse among the youth. However, she said those who are in serious drug addiction must be sent to behavior rehabilitation centers.
Community and home-based treatment initiative enables our youth who are suffering from drug and substance addiction to maintain family relationships, have friendships and jobs while receiving treatment and care. I urge the communities and families of our children who are suffering from addiction to continue treating them with love, kindness, and compassion. I wish to bring to our attention that addiction is an illness whose healing is fast-tracked by the support one receives from those who are close to them. Home-based treatment is cost-effective, and the family of the patient and community are involved.
Residents of Kathangari in Embu have called on the county government of Embu to rein over the road contractors who are leaving heaps of maram on the road without providing alternative routes for motorists. The residents claim that some of the contractors leave the roads blocked without caring about what will happen in case of emergencies. They have complained of experiencing losses as one of the residents had his vehicles involved in an accident trying to avoid a heap of maram. A matatu operator, Josiah, inconvenienced on his way to Nakuru after finding the road blocked. Moreover, border passengers were forced to alight whenever they found blocked roads while calling on the contractors to be mindful of the road users.
Mimi naitwa Elias Kanambio, na hii area saisi tunafurahi kwa kuwekewa malam na county government, lakini umbaya ile iko wale macontractor wanapewa kazi, they don't care. Wanakuja wanamwaga marams, singine sijui kama ni sababu wanaficha kazi. Badala ya kuweka maram ile inatosha, wanaweka usiku ndio waweke nusu wakihesabu kama roli. Sasa wanawacha marams kwa barabara, heaps. So unaweza enda usiku, ukuta ile barabara ulikuwa unaenda, haina any road sign, haina nini, unakuta sasa huwezi pita hapo. Sasa either urudi ama uache gari hapo.
Mimi asubuhi ya leo nimeamka nikapata barabara imefungwa, ni hiyo watu wa kujenga. So ningeomba serikali ama county government ya Embu ijaribu kuharakisha hii barabara ndio isitufungie kazi. Saa hii nimechelewa, ninataka kwenda mpaka Nakuru. Na kuonekana vile iko sitaweza kupita hapa, sasa mpaka nitafute namna nyingine ya kupitia.
Hii njia tunatengenezewa, tunawekewa maram ni vizuri, lakini wanatuachia maram kama haijatandazwa huko, so inabidi hadi kupita ni vingumu. Juu hadi customers saa zingine inabidi washuke ndio kwanza wapite, the other side, alafu apandie huko kwingine.
Elsewhere, residents of Majengo area of Kanagoni in Tycoon wanted to forcefully evict them from their parcels of land where they have lived for decades. They said the Tycoon, accompanied by over 60 goons from Kamale, invaded their land and began torching houses while others destroyed their properties, leaving them with nothing completely. Speaking after the demonstrations, the residents said the Tycoon has been harassing them for a long time and want the government to intervene so as to enable them to stay peacefully in their ancestral land.
Mzee wa kijiji alikuja na mzee mwingine kutoka Kamale. Huyu mama anaitwa Ngata na mzee mwingine anaitwa Jack, ambao wanasema haya maneno ni yao. Sasa wakati walipoingia wakaja wakapiga hii picha, hii tangi picha. Wakaipiga picha alafu wakarudi upande wa Kamale. Halafu tuko pale ndio nikasikia watu wakipiga makelele upande wa juu, kumbe nyumba ilikuwa imeanza kuchoma.
Nikasimama nikaangalia, sikuwafikia karibu kwa sababu hao ni watu wengi na wamewasha moto, alafu kuna wengine wamepanda juu ya tangi wanavunja.
Sisi tunauliza hivi, tunaishi Kenya ama si Kenya huku? Maana tunaumizwa. Huu si mara ya kwanza, mwaka jana walikuja kutuchomea majumba.
Tunaomba waziri wa usalama, zile taasisi za magarini zote zimeoza. Shida yetu ni kwamba tunasumbuliwa na viongozi wanashirikiana na mabwenyenye ili haki yetu kuigandamiza.
Kuna wale ambao wanahusika kabisa na hii hali ambao wanatatiza wananchi. Watu wamejikusanya na wakauza ardhi kinyume cha sheria, na watu wanajulikana na wakajiunda kwa group kwamba wakaja wakaingilia watu, wakawapiga, wakawachomea manyumba. Hii haiwezi tukavumilia. Na hiyo kwamba sisi tunapatia wiki moja serikali ingilie haya mambo. Sisi kama Kubuka Farmers Association, sisi kama Marine Rights Forum tutashirikiana na mashirika wenzetu kuona hii hali inapata suluhu kwa haraka.
Thank you so much, Dennis. I can get you loud and clear. And we are here at the Nairobi Charter Hall where we are expecting, or rather today, remember the D-Day is today, where we are expecting the boxing match that will be beating Eddie Soledad and the Kenyan born, that is Sarah Achieng. Remember, Sarah Achieng is one of the renowned boxers, and many Kenyans are doing their best to make sure the title will be left here. And when I was speaking with Sarah Achieng, she was optimistic that come the D-Day, that is today, and the time will be at 2 p.m. tonight. She was saying, you know, everything is set and she's prepared. The same way as Soledad, every boxer is saying, well, we are ready for the fight. And many, you know, Dennis, there is some boats arranged, like 6 matches have been arranged for the today. That will be. Remember, the boxing matches will start at 5 p.m. But the main fight will be at 8 p.m. Tonight. And as you can see behind me, the preparation are still ongoing. But I'm joined by one of the county representative to tell us. Let me engage one of the county representative to tell us what really is remaining, because I understand the seats are being arranged. But allow me to engage the one of the county representative. But you will give us a brief introduction of yourself before we get on with the interview. Welcome to TV47.
Thank you so much.
Give us a brief introduction of you.
Okay, my name is Oscar Igaida. I'm the County Chief Officer in charge of youth, talent and sports. Today is a big day for the county. This is a World Boxing Foundation fight. It is, I can say, 90% funded by the county government of Nairobi. These are the things that Governor Sakaja talked about during the campaigns, empowering the youth and monetizing their talents. What we are doing today is just ensuring that Achieng prospers in her talent, which is boxing. The boxing match will be aired live in TV47. Now preparing, as you can see, for the curtain raisers, which will start around 6 p.m. So we are right on schedule, and the ring will be raised up a bit to the standards where it's supposed to be. So everything is right on schedule. The seats are being arranged, the tickets are ready, VIPs will come in at around 6:30, and we are set for the event that begins at around 6 to 9:30.
For the purpose of the viewer, you have spoken about the VIPs. Who are we expecting mostly?
The chief guest is definitely the governor of Nairobi, Governor Johnson Sakaja. He's the man who has made this happen. Without his push, we are just implementers. It's Governor Sakaja who says that make sure this happens, make sure this happens. So we are just implementing his manifesto, and that he's the chief guest, and we hope he'll come in for the main bout at around 7 before it kicks off. Yeah.
Any special?
And we expect several cabinet secretaries. We also expect some high-level dignitaries. Yeah.
Any special treatment for the fans, maybe? Something?
Well, the special treatment, we hope that it's been a sporting weekend. Right now, as we speak, the street football is going on outside. Thereafter, after the bout, we are going to host them outside Charter Hall for the Champions League finals, for them to celebrate Achieng's victory. Yeah.
All right, thank you for joining us here at TV47. Wish you the best also. Dennis, back to you in studio. As I was telling you, and I was engaging one of the county representative. I'm saying behind me the preparation are ongoing, and as you heard him telling us that after the main fight, remember tonight it's also the Champions League final, Champions League final match that will be pitting Manchester City playing against Inter Milan. I don't know which team you are supporting, and I don't know which box you are supporting. Remember, there is Achieng, and then there is Soledad, and there is Inter Milan again, and there is Manchester City. You around here at the Charter Hall, you, the viewer, the whole of newsroom. I hope I'll be seeing you around. Back to you in studio, Dennis Otieno.
All right, thank you, Duncan Mutu. I'm not going to reveal the team I'm supporting in the UEFA Champions League tonight, but rest assured, seeing me within the vicinity of the Nairobi Charter Sarah Chain fighting against Soledad, where we'll be giving you wall-to-wall coverage.